put off the gas a little in the second week?
Yeah, I think they did, but they kind of got back into it. I bet the coaches on the sidelines got a little chewy, if you know what I mean, after those few touchdowns second half. So
is that chewy?
No, it's
well done. That's really good. We'll take your calls, 317-1250, U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We're enjoying Parkers and a Pirate win. Can't beat it. We're back with your calls after this.
Welcome to U.S. Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At U.S. Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Will the you of tomorrow be happy with the you of today? It all depends on the decisions the you of today makes. For instance, the you of today has an excellent career opportunity with Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. The pay is great, very competitive with other HVAC companies. Plus, you could get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. The you of tomorrow will enjoy some time away because Delcor also offers paid vacation. Most HVAC companies don't. And since the you of today has some experience, Delcor might just hire you on the spot.
Delcor is hiring 12 experienced HVAC and plumbing professionals immediately. You must have a valid driver's license, ability and desire to work, and legally eligible to work in the U.S. Delcor offers a sign-on bonus up to $1,500, plus one of the best benefits packages in the industry, including health insurance, paid vacation, and retirement options. Learn more at DelcorInc.com. That's DelCorinc.com.
The you of tomorrow will thank the you of today for getting a job at Delcor. Delcor is an equal opportunity employer.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Pirates, a winner today, 48-28 over South Florida, one of the best first halves of football we have seen. We've been waiting for that too, right? East Carolina's been a good second-half team this year.
Yeah.
Been a slow first-half team. Got out of the gate hot today, and it was enough, more than enough, to win it, even with a sluggish second half. 48-28, the final score. Huge days for Holt Naylor, C.J. Johnson, Isaiah Winstead. Had another running back go down, so Keaton Mitchell, he thought he was going to play, made the trip, practice, but was a late scratch, so it was Rajay Harris and Marlon Gunn. Harris left the game late, and Gunn finished it out, so we'll have to see what Mike Houston says post-game about that. But we've good win. Pirates needed to bounce back, especially offensively, and they did that today.
Yeah, the first half was just absolutely amazing, and hopefully it was a precautionary situation where they didn't think they would need Keaton Mitchell, or he was on the sideline. They were going to put Gunn in, of course, with Rajay, see how that goes. If they needed Keaton Mitchell, maybe he would have been available. So it'd be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out, and hopefully Rajay is okay because he went down and kind of grabbed that knee. As far as the television broadcast, they kept up a graphic the whole time, so he did walk off the field on his own power. Just it'd be interesting to see how that shakes out.
All right, we're taking your calls. You make the show. 317-1250 Pit Electric Live Line. Blake, Bryce, Kenny, hang on. Let's go to Boshak in Brooklyn, up early this week with his points. What you got today, Boshak?
What's going on, boys? I hate to say it, but I didn't catch much of the game today. We're going to start off with number one. I'm glad we came out the gate firing. CJ and Isaiah looked great, and Holton looked like he had a little bit of confidence back in himself, and I was worried about that after the interception he had last week. Number two, I'm glad CJ is looking better since his freshman year. We didn't see much out of him his sophomore and junior, I believe, but he's really looking back to himself and what he should be. And number three, I got to keep it short today because I am in Raleigh hanging out with some of my friends. Shout out Seth and shout out Ben. But I heard apparently this team from Raleigh is playing Clemson, which I'm going to have to, I guess, partake in the viewership. And I think the whole time it's going on, I'm going to be saying, go Pirates.
All right, Boshak from Brooklyn in Raleigh getting in first tonight with his points. And thank you for the call, as always, Boshak.
Yeah, good call. And CJ looked really good. All those guys, and I think Holton looked much better too because they had single coverage for the most part, and he was throwing up the balls and letting guys like CJ and Isaiah go up and get the ball and win those 50-50 chances.
Billy, it might go on a told you so or didn't we say rampage later when we talk about.
I thought about starting off with that. Be a little bit more innovative in play calling. Maybe call some bubble screens, some wheel routes, some quick slants over the middle. We saw all that today, and it worked shockingly.
Yeah.
I mean, we said this last week that, this is what needs to happen.
And we still didn't really run the ball, but it was okay because we were getting it done in the passing game.
And that's the thing is that, sometimes you need the pass to open up the run. It's not necessarily always the other way around.
Kenny was on his last legs last week, but hopefully this win and even his Cowboys have won a couple in a row, have got his spirits back up.
Boo,
Kenny and Blunt's Creek, what's up, Kenny?
Cowboys.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Billy. Yeah, I'm a little bit calmer today. Let's enjoy this win. The guys came out firing. It kind of was like the SMU game a couple years ago. Just put the hammer down in the first half. Got a little lackadaisical in the third quarter, but hey, look, did what we had to do in the fourth quarter. Enjoyed watching it. We see what we can do when we attack. Like seeing the freshman get in there and run the ball as good as he did, and things are looking up. This team can be special, man, and we just got to be able to go out and attack, go after teams, and not play. I ain't gonna say scared ball, but conservative ball, and we'll be all right. Let's we're heading to the Big Easy. Let's get that win and go Pirates. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right, Kenny. Thanks, man. Kenny and Blunt's Creek. Let's head to Malibu and talk to Bryce next. Hello, Bryce.
Clip, my guy. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, my guy?
What's happening?
Bill. All right, man.
Bill.
You know what, man? I thought I was safe, so I head down here about halftime, and my friend's been bugging me because I'm able to keep my eyes off my phone, trying to watch a horrible feed on ESPN Plus. But hey, you know what? That was some really amazing coaching there in the end. Another. I believe it was the fourth goal line stand we've had this year where they've had a first and goal, and we've stopped them on downs. And then really Rajay coming there at the end, like you said, not a lot of rushing, but really when it mattered and sending it home. I really kind of wish we'd dropped a double nickel on them just for old time's sake. But you know, man, Mike Houston's a hell of a coach, man. I mean, I feel like it reminds me of the Skip Holtz teams where he would just make these amazing adjustments in the second half. And while at first we did not have that, when it really mattered, we made the adjustment. I mean, we made them come down for a 6.5-minute drive there at the end, and then we just kept it away from them for the rest of the game. And that is just that's great stuff, man. So that was you know, and South Florida. I mean, if everybody doesn't realize, they started with a murderer's row of BYU, Florida, Louisville. They've been playing against, you know, some of the best in the country. You know, and so they're ready to play against somebody like us. So I mean, I thought that was a really good test of what we're up for. Next week's going to be tough, man. Tulane, they're ready to party. So I just hope everybody heals up and takes what we got from here. And a lot of fun watching this, man. It was really, really cool, man. It was great to see everything. And I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy some frosty beverages like I'm about to.
Bryce, good to hear from you, bud. Thanks for calling in, man. There is Bryce in Malibu. All right, 317-1250, Pit Electric Live Line. We go next to Blake in Cary. Hey, Blake.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, Clip. So I guess the prophecy that Igo put on the pregame for that light goal came through. We hit the goal and we got the game win. So really the only thing that I had to comment on this game today was it seemed like, you know, everything that callers were complaining about last week with, you know, kind of bland play calling, you know, same play every first down. I didn't see that at all today. It seemed like there was a lot more imagination when it came to play calling and, you know, spreading the ball around. And I mean, CJ had a monster game. Holton had a monster game. And one thing that I wanted to leave you guys with is I'd like to hear you guys talk a little bit about Marlon, because I was pretty impressed with his drive, and he wasn't going down first hit. And, you know, I think that eventually, you know, I mean, we still got Rajay and Keaton for a couple of years, but he's right behind him, and I feel like he could be a great third back for us. So I'd like to hear you guys talk about that.
A great third back and a great future top back for
absolutely.
Carolina, because he's got that unique size and speed combination. Not obviously the Keaton Mitchell speed, but man, when he gets rolling, we've seen him now have 3, 20-plus yard carries this year. He is a load to bring down, and it's fun to watch him when he got in. And man, you got a true freshman in that spot, and the score was kind of out of reach, but he's carrying the ball in late game situations there.
Yeah.
This can only help him for his growth.
Well, that's why I was wondering, I'm wondering how much of a factor Keaton Mitchell's injury is, as far as, him not getting into the game when you've got a guy like Gunn. And I think it just makes sense. Let's not push this. We know Marlon Gunn can come in, be very productive. We've seen flashes of it early in the season. So, yeah, I'm like you. He's the number 3 back right now, but definitely a future number 1 back at ECU.
All right, thanks, Blake. And Blake referring to Igo on the pregame. We had about 35 likes, and Igo put the challenge out. If we don't get to 50 in the next 15 minutes, we're not going to win this game. ECU's not going to win. The listeners, the viewers stood up. They accepted the challenge, and we got it done, folks. So you helped get this win today. All right, Charlie, Matthew, hang on. We got a couple open lines, 317-1250 on the Pit Electric Live line. We'll take a timeout, come back, enjoy some Parker's Barbecue. Hooked us up with the classics today, the fried chicken, the barbecue. Love to see the green beans in there. Feel like I'm eating healthy while I eat my fried chicken. Man, just hooked us up with some awesome food. I'm 2 corn sticks in already.
Hey, the Brunswick stew has lots of vegetables in it.
That is
lots of vegetables.
Parker's BBQ.com, 3 locations in Greenville to serve you. Go get it now and enjoy your night football tonight. Braves, Mets, college football. It's all happening. We'll take a break, come back, get to more of your calls after this.
It's bow time. Why are Bojangles Chicken Supremes called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and have you heard there's a new sauce in town? Try our new creamy buffalo sauce when you get a Chicken Supremes combo today. It's bow time.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Do you have an old injury or just some pain that keeps holding you back? It's time for you to get better. With Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we can help you get your life back. Whether you need to get back to a sport, back in the gym, or just back to enjoying life, our team of specialists use a one-on-one, hands-on approach in our state-of-the-art facility to get you back moving again. Don't settle for where you are. Don't stay in pain. Visit kptonline.com today to see how Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number. You are tuned in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show following a 48-28 East Carolina victory over South Florida. You can listen, as always, on the radio. Go to pr927fm.com to listen online, or check us out on Facebook Live and YouTube. Having some computer issues, but I can see we've got some real intellectuals in the YouTube chat today, so that's good to see. So you can chime in there as well. All right, 317-1250. Got a couple open lines if you want to jump in. Hang on, Matthew. Right now we go to Charlie in Pittsburgh, and last week Charlie had buffalo sauce between the toes. Got to be feeling a little different after this win. What's up, Charlie?
Yeah, I think we took that old cooler water, we got out the paper towels, we washed off the buffalo sauce this week. It was just a good win for the Pirates, good bounce back win, and the offense was really clicking, Holton and CJ, and it was just fun to watch. I'll say shout out to the Bulls there for coming up in the third quarter and really trying to make a game out of it. But I tell you what, those goal line stands that the defense keeps holding this year really continues to encourage me, and I think there's going to be a time before the end of this season where that wins us a ball game, and that's just great. So good that win for the Pirates. Hopefully we can get some momentum, carry that into the game against Tulane next week.
We were counting them earlier. I counted 5.
I thought 5 too, but
so you got 2 against NC State.
Yep.
You got one against Navy.
And
then you had a fumble today and then a stop today, which gives you 5. And Charlie's right. At some point, it's going to win us a ball game because you think about the 2 losses. We had all those goal line stops and didn't come out with a win. But, man, it was great to see the Pirates once again bow up today at the goal line.
Indeed. Well, y'all have a good night.
See you, Charlie. Thanks, man. There's Charlie in Pittsburgh. All right, 317-1250. We go next to right here in Greenville and talk to Matthew. Hello, Matthew.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
I just want to say, wow, Holton. Like, what a game. And CJ looked really good. Defense was good. I felt like we kind of just, the effort in, like, the second half was just, like, we could just, like, blow down, like, and just quit. But, I mean, I'd like that we didn't quit, but it was, like, sometimes those South Florida drives are just too quick. But besides that, felt good. Owen did good, except that one missed extra point. So, I mean, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Matthew. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, and as far as Holton Ahlers goes, these numbers, you can't beat them. You want to say them or you want me to say them?
31 of 41, 464 yards, 6 touchdowns.
0 interceptions.
That's a good stat, Weave.
Yeah.
1 sack. So, man, impressive numbers on the UB stat sheet. A lot of that going to his Conley cohort, C.J. Johnson, 7 for 197, 4 TDs for C.J. Ryan Jones had 6 for 84. Winstead had 6 for 74. Both of them caught a touchdown. So, everybody was eating on this Saturday down in Boca Raton. And what is Boca Raton, Weave?
Mouth of the rat.
So, we've said that earlier.
Mouth of the rat.
And I know a little Espanol. And I was like, wait, Boca is mouth. Raton? Rat?
Yeah.
Why? That's a terrible name for a city.
A long time ago, I think I looked into that. I don't remember exactly why that was named that way, but yeah.
I remember Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, but Mouth of the Rat. That's a new
Mouth of the South.
All right, we go down to Louisiana and talk to Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, fellas. Sorry I missed you the past few weekends. My wife just gave birth to our first baby September 16th.
Hey, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks. So I was really happy with this first half. I was really scared that this could be one that we could drop because especially after the whole Navy debacle, but I was really happy. That goal line stance, shout out to those guys. Those guys stay on my workout playlist because I just love watching them, do what they do the best. Is it time to panic because Owen missed this extra point?
I mean, I think we're like beyond panic at this point. We get nervous anytime he's out there kicking a field, or I do anyway. I mean, another one. How about the situation early in the game? Could have kicked a 47-yarder. They end up going for it. At that time, I'm thinking, man, we missed Jake Verity because this would have been an easy 3. Well, they go for it and get the first down. So maybe it's going to lead to more aggressive play calling on fourth downs. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know about panic, but sure, I'm concerned. Another game with a missed extra point here.
Gosh, I was thinking it, and you just said it. Boy, we missed Jake Verity. I'm hoping to catch the one here against Tulane because it's, 5 minutes down the street. But we'll see what goes on because those guys look pretty good too, even with their third string. But I'll hang up and listen to the rest of the show again. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeff. Thanks, man.
Hey, and how about this? The city's name comes from Boca de Ratons, a Spanish term meaning rat's mouth that appeared on early maps and referred to hidden sharp pointed rocks that gnawed or fretted ships' cables. So the pirates come out of Boca Raton in fully intact.
I love
all cables intact.
I love old stories
Isn't
like
that
that
cool?
And how stuff gets their name.
Yeah, me too.
That's fascinating.
So there you go.
Good
Boca
stuff,
Raton.
Weave. Professor Weave. All right, we go next to Wilmington and talk to Rod. Hey, Rod.
Yeah, it's been 1 week since we spoke to you.
Relax, Weave.
Good show. I enjoyed watching you guys. Very entertaining. I just started catching you a few weeks ago, but 40 years ago when I was up there at school, we didn't have anything like that. So there was a lot of excitement in the air then, but it was all electricity. But the guys did great tonight. Generated a lot of offense, and that third quarter on defense was a little tough. But man, that goal line stand, the fourth one we've had this year, that was fantastic. And all our guys ran hard, the receivers and backs, third and fourth effort, particularly Rajay that one time, he was just, he was magnificent, I thought. And Marlon Gunn, ever since I saw he was signed, I've been excited about seeing what he was going to do, and he hadn't disappointed. I think he's going to be something.
Yes, sir, Rod. They have loaded up this backfield, and it's a good thing with the Keaton Mitchell injury. Now we'll see what happens to Rajay. I thought we were going to crank up Camaro there for a second weave. Camaro Evans, who you saw, right, in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Very talented player
Havelock
from
High
Havelock.
School.
So, they've got some horses in the stable there, and hopefully our top guys can be healthy. But, man, it's nice to see what this coaching staff has done with the backfield.
Hey, and Rod, kudos to the coaching staff, too, on the defensive side of the ball coming out of the second half where, South Florida came out fired up. They scored the first 2 quick touchdowns, and the coaching staff on that sidelines, the defensive staff, Blake Harrell and those guys had to get in those guys' faces and say, hey, look, this is not going to happen, because that could have gone downhill very quickly. After those first 2 touchdowns, East Carolina answered again and kind of got right back into the game. So we've seen that in the past where East Carolina teams have gotten out to big leads and folded, and it's become a disaster at the end. I mean, the only thing I can think of right now is the GMAC Bowl when they had a 30-point lead in the first half against Marshall and ended up losing that game in how many overtimes. So that didn't happen today, and they got out of there with a 20-point win. So kudos to the ECU defensive coaching staff in that situation.
Yeah, they got a lot of pride on that side of the ball, and they sure showed it. They show it when the times get tough. They dig down.
Well, Rod, thanks for the call, man. You sound like an old cowboy. Call in anytime. I like to hear from you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it again.
All right, buddy. All right.
Thanks a lot, Rod.
I like Rod.
Rod's one of those guys that I can imagine sitting on his porch, and he's got his gun and he's sitting in his little swing right there, and he welcomes you up with a tip of the cap, but he makes sure that that if you step out of line, Rod's going to take care of it.
Yeah, and maybe a Marlboro or two.
Yeah, I like that.
Real quick, Elliot, you spam the YouTube chat every week with just nonsense. You've asked 7 times on the attendance. Can we get an attendance? No, we can't. I don't care. And just ask once. You don't need to ask 7 times and spam up the chat. Gosh, stop it, man. Jesus Christ. All right. Jerry in
687.
Who cares, man? Who cares? And you asking 8 times. If I do know the number, I'm not going to give it to you. Jerry's up next in Canita. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, boys. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Doing great.
Doing good.
Good, man. I appreciate y'all taking my call. First timer, really, all I wanted to say is, man, hardcore Pirate fan. First time calling in. I just want to say God freaking bless the Pirates, man. A good win is a good win. Anytime you can get a win on the road is good. We know how bad it's been in the years past. Love to see the Pirates win. Appreciate what you boys do. Go Pirates.
Thanks, Jerry.
Right, thanks,
Jerry. I kind of thought about it towards the end of the fourth quarter because I felt like going into it was somebody else maybe. I don't know if it was you, but I'm not worried too much about style points here. Let's just go get a road win.
Yep.
And you have that great first half, kind of take the foot off the gas in the second half. But even then, I was like, you know what? This is a road W. We look good. It could have been cleaner there at the end, but I'm just happy to be 1-1 in league play, get back over 500, and let's keep going to 6, and let's keep going to the top of the standings in the AAC.
Yeah, and you were even ready to give up an extra 7 points.
That's right.
To South Florida. Just give it to them. And but they come up with a big defensive stand. But getting back to the winning on the road and hard winning on the road, how many times have we seen, especially when East Carolina was in Conference USA, going on the road to UAB, Tulane, places like that, where there was no one in the stands. I can remember going to Rice, and there was a 75,000 seat stadium that may have had 5,000 people in there. There's no atmosphere. You kind of have to bring your own excitement. Those are always tough places to play.
Yeah.
That's what we saw today. I mean, the situation, but they knew they were going to go down there. There's not going to be any fans there. There weren't going to be many East Carolina fans there that would have made the trip to Tampa, but of course canceled, flights and things like that. And then the South Florida fans, no telling how many of those were dealing with other situations,
Right.
not thinking about football at all. But East Carolina went down there. They generated their own excitement. They came right out of the gates. Like I had said in the pregame show, they needed to strike early and often, and that's exactly what they did.
All right, 317-1250. We are going to have, I believe, one open line as Shirley takes a call here. Anthony, Cameron, hang on. We'll get to your calls and more when we return on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. East Carolina, a 48-28 winner tonight over South Florida. We're back with more after this.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
And things are getting interesting in Fayetteville as Arkansas only trailing Alabama by 5 points. 14 and a half minutes to go in the game, 28-23. Crimson Tide right now in the lead. Other games going on right now. It is Iowa State trailing Kansas 14-11 in the fourth quarter. Maryland is beating Michigan State right now 24-13 in the fourth quarter. Penn State leads Northwestern 17-7 in the fourth. Oklahoma State leading Baylor 36-25 with just under 5 minutes to go in that game. Ohio State pounding Rutgers right now, 49-10 is that score. North Carolina has a comfortable 41-10 lead over Virginia Tech in the fourth quarter. It is Wake Forest 28, Florida State 21 with 9.5 minutes to go in that game. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They are open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night along with football. You can follow The Buck on Facebook and Instagram for updated schedules, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter post-game call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Man, I can't see.
All right, Billy Weaver here.
Wow, yeah.
Left his glasses at home, struggling. I got you, Pops.
I am struggling, man.
I got you.
I told you I left my glasses at home.
You did. You said
Didn't that look like it was all under the same column? I missed that.
I'll say yes, just to make you feel better.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see.
Jansen, Anthony, hang on. We go to Cameron in Greenville. Hello, Cameron.
Clip, Billy, how about them Pirates, man? How about them Pirates?
How about them?
Back win. Shout out. I'm not even going to shout out a player. Shout out to Donnie Kirkpatrick for listening to the fifth quarter call-in show last night. It is just, or last week, it's amazing what we can do when we don't run the ball down the middle on every first down. Golly, when we put our talented wide receivers out in space and throw them the football, look what happens. Thank you, Donnie Kirkpatrick. Shout out C.J. Johnson. Shout out Winstead, Jones. Shout out Marlon Gunn. Shout out Holton. Great offensive game. Shout out the defense in the first half. They had a little struggle in the second half, but guys, our goal line defense, my goodness, I haven't seen anything like this in a very, very long time. So just very excited about that. And sorry, I got my order at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Anyways, very excited about defense. Give Blake Harrell a lifetime extension right now. And guys, we're back in the winning column. Over 500. Huge game coming up in New Orleans against a very, very good Tulane team. So I'm very excited to see what we can do against them.
What's the line for that game, Cameron? What are you guessing?
I'm going to come out and say that, that's very interesting. Are they going to put us at negative, I'd say 2.5 ECU?
I was thinking ECU by 3, something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be low, either ECU by 2 or Tulane by 2. It's going to be very tight. Give me game. Should be a good game, and let's see if we can get back on the right track, keep pushing, and keep going. Put Navy behind us and keep going. We got big things that can still be in store for this team for the rest of the season. I'm excited. Go Pirates.
All right. Thanks, Cameron. There is Cameron. I do like, and Donnie knew he was going to open it up this game, but just to troll the fans, first play of the game, run for, 2 yards to Rajay?
Right. Second play, hit the top. Over the top.
But had to start it with a run just to really get everybody angry, so then they'd be happy afterwards.
Well, I tell you, I want to see this same offense going into Tulane next week. Same thing. Like we had talked about. I mean, Cameron hit it right on the head. We talked about this last week. Get your playmakers out in space. We actually saw wheel routes today with Rajay. We saw there was a 4th and 6 situation where you throw it to Gunn out of the backfield and he picks up 6. There were so many situations where, I saw Ryan Jones on a couple, quick slant routes, getting your guys the 50-50 balls we had talked about. We didn't see any of last week. You've got big, tall, physical receivers like C.J. Johnson, Isaiah Winstead. Let them go up and make a play, and they did that today.
317-1250. We go next to Anthony in Wilmington. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, man, what's going on? Great show as always. Great win for the team. What I'm trying to figure out is how did I miss this kid Gunn during the recruitment period? Like, where did he come from? How did he get out of Louisiana? Because, man, he played grown man football. I'll hang up and listen to you, Anthony.
Grown man football. He was a prize in this recruiting class when they got him. And I don't follow recruiting closely, but Stephen Igo, we talked to him about it once a week because he follows it closer than anyone. And, they thought this guy was the real deal, and there's a reason that he's not in the red shirt plans. Like, they had him ready to go. They think he's going to be not only a great running back here, but an impact year one, and we're seeing that on the field.
Yeah, and we saw that early in this season as well, too, in some late game opportunities when East Carolina had the game pretty much in hand, and Gunn comes in, and we had talked about that. Man, this guy, as a matter of fact, I think there were a couple of situations, if I remember correctly, where had they not just run out the clock, Gunn could have scored.
Oh, yeah,
there was
he
that
had
one
a long run against ODU.
Old Dominion, and then they ended up sitting on the ball and running the clock out. I was hoping they would give it to him again, let him score and get in the end zone. But we knew right then, and even a little bit before then, that he had the talent to come in and be a special back.
All right, next up, 317-1250 Pitt Electric Live line. We got a couple open lines. Jansen is in Greenville. Hello, Jansen.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. What a win today. Great bounce back from last week. I think we did a lot of things well today. I think our defense, when it came down to it, played well when they needed to. I think a lot of our offensive weapons looked really good. Holton looked good enough. I think he made a couple decisions and missed some throws that he probably should have made. Donnie was much better than he was last week. However, the second half still made me a little nervous. I know the last caller, or 2 callers ago, was talking big up on him. I'm still not a fan. I don't think he needs to be our offensive coordinator in the future. I guess he'll live to see another day.
All right. Survive in advance for Donnie Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing is, I was in a business where the old saying was you're only as good as your last show, and you're only as good as your last showing. And as coaches, I mean, that's the thing is you're only as good as your last showing on the field. And, today Donnie and the guys mixed it up. They looked really good offensively. They didn't look good against Navy. There were a lot of people screaming and yelling, and for good reason. And, so we'll just have to see if this continues to be the trend throughout the rest of the season. If this is the same offense we see next week.
We've got a big enough sample size now to see that the run game is not where it needs to be. Blocking.
The run game should be secondary. The pass game should be opening up the run game instead of vice versa.
And today we saw that recipe, and it worked for 48 points.
Right.
So, all right.
And you know what? The thing is there was a caller earlier on that said something about Mike Houston and making adjustments at halftime. I don't agree that they've been a great team making adjustments at halftime. Now, they've made great adjustments from game to game because they didn't make any adjustments during the halftime of that Navy game. They didn't play as well in the second half as they could have played. They still didn't switch up the offense in that second half of that Navy game. But from game to game, from last game to this game, great adjustments.
I would argue that and say that the Pirates have been a pretty good second half team other than last week at Navy. It seems like that's where they've succeeded at. So
the Pirates have been great in the second half this year.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Navy game when they didn't make the adjustments at halftime.
Oh, yeah,
there were no
absolutely.
adjustments made in that Navy game. So that's the thing is what team are we going to see from week to week?
Right.
The team that makes the adjustments at halftime like we saw the first 3 games of the season, or we're going to see that Navy debacle where there were no adjustments made at halftime and they just didn't look good in the second half. They didn't look good in the first or the second half offensively. Defensively, they've been great all year, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You can't fault the defense for anything this year. They've been playing great.
317-1250. We have open lines if you want to jump in, and we have Tom in Greenville. Hey, Tom.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, it was a good game. Coming back from the Navy game, and the Navy played a hell of a good defensive front against us. Holton was totally confused. I mean, they disguised their fronts. Gunn is just a man-child. I mean, he's the cross between Harris and Mitchell. I mean, and you get the ball in his hands, and he runs with authority. But what I really like, he protects the ball when he runs, and he's got a little sidestep that just is amazing where he's going full speed, and it's like he just takes a little left or right step and he goes. And couple things with Holton. Holton, there was one play where Gunn actually went up there, it was a quarterback draw, and he had the guy block Gunn, and for some reason Holton went right into the block, the direction of the block, and if he just goes right, he's another 10, 15 yards down the field. But, the defense, we played against 2 great mobile quarterbacks between Campbell and today, and that's difficult to think, but they stepped up. It was just a good day to be a Pirate.
Tom, great to hear from you. Thanks for the call. There's Tom in Greenville, and I gotta say it didn't work, and it resulted in disaster. But that little tight end screen to Ryan Jones, was very close to being a 60-yard touchdown or whatever, because there was nobody in front of him. The guy that got him was behind him and kind of caught up in the line. And if Ehlers maybe could have held it a little bit longer, I don't think he could have. That was a pretty designed play that, again, ended in a fumble, which I thought might have been incomplete. But that was a beautiful play. I thought we saw some creativity.
Well, it was the same play South Florida ran for the touchdown, if you remember. Their tight end over the middle, and the safety came up. Remember, it was a play action and a throw over the middle that went, I think it was, 60, 70-yard touchdown pass or whatever it was. So, yeah, and the last caller had mentioned the last two quarterbacks that East Carolina has faced. Bohannon, the quarterback today for South Florida, very athletic, very big, very physical.
He was a thick runner.
A lot faster than he looked.
Right, yeah.
You know, I mean, you're right. Thick. He looked more like a tight end than a quarterback.
Yeah.
And when he ran, he was very effective.
317-1250. We will take a break, come back, get to more of your calls on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Enjoying some Parker's barbecue as we enjoy this victory. You can check out Parker's with the chicken, barbecue, seafood, all the famous sides. It is, there are 3 locations in Greenville to serve you, parkersbbq.com. Thanks to Parker's for their tremendous support here on Pirate Radio and the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. All right, Jack, hang on, and we have open lines if you want to jump in, 317-1250. We're back with more after this. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Beauty Bar Medispa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownandwood.net or dial 355-6080.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
317-1250. Welcome back to the program. Wake Forest up 28-21 on Florida State. They got it first and goal, 4 minutes left to go. and trying to maybe put the nail in the coffin here. And very impressed with their defense today, holding Florida State to 21. That and more going on. We'll update you on the scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. And on a first down run, they get it inside the 5 to the 3.
There he goes. Dubuck.
Billy has been inside, kept away, trapped for a week.
Yeah.
So he's excited to be out.
I'm just glad to be out of the cage.
Yeah.
Out of the mouth of the rat.
Should we tell the people how much of an ass you were being earlier?
No, well,
I wasn't being an ass.
No, that was. I'm joking.
I like
I'm joking.
it. I enjoy the.
We encourage
mixing
people being ass.
And
We encourage that.
Billy was giving it to me pretty good during the game there.
Yeah. You were trying to give South Florida 7 points.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I wanted the game to hurry up and get over with so we could get.
And you know what? Then you would have. You would have taken away the pleasure of another fourth down stand, goal line stand.
Again, you guys don't understand reverse jinxes. Have y'all ever watched a game before? Y'all don't know how to watch a game.
You're the reverse jinx king.
Yeah. All right, 317.
Yeah, it's worked well for our Commanders, by the way. Thank you.
I can't reverse some things, Billy. No, it's too strong. All right, Isaac, Nathan, Mike, hang on. We go to Jack in Raleigh next. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Clipper, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
What a win. But next week really scares me going down to Tulane. All the times we've been down there. And we might get out with a win, but it scares me. So next week we'll be going against Chris's brother, and that'll be scary. But I think there's a one way that we've kind of put on display. If there's one way to beat us, it's those throws over the middle. And I think we got exposed today. But that's the only negative. Positives all around. But I was looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars schedule, and Zay Jones is on a bye during the Houston game, and we could get him and Shane Carden here for the same game. I know Troy D knows a lot of people. I think we should make it happen.
All right, Jack. Good research there.
Yeah.
Now, Shane coaches, so he'd have to coach his game Friday night and then fly in.
You could do that. That's not a problem.
Right. Igloo, he's already looking to make the trip.
Well, what does Igloo know?
He was on the Hoist the Colors podcast. Steven Igloo. I listen to the podcast. Big fan.
All right, Jack.
Jack's got all the answers.
I know, man.
I'm telling you.
Jack, can you take
He's
over for me?
Correct, right?
All right.
That.
Good stuff, Jack. Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
All right. Be cool to get Zay in for a weekend. By the way,
nobody
I think
puts
he's
Jack in the corner.
Questionable, or they don't know if he's going to play this weekend. He had a huge game last week in the win over the Chargers. So great to see Zay succeed. And by the way, I think Jaguars-Eagles is a sneaky good game tomorrow. I think the Jags are tough.
I would love to see the Jags knock off the Eagles.
I don't know if that'll happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but I'd love to see it.
All right, we go next to Mike in Greenville. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Clip. Running joke was watching the group with a bunch of friends for the first half that Donnie was tied up in a closet in Boca Raton Hotel, that we don't know who it was calling those plays, but we certainly did enjoy it. I think I mentioned it last week that I would put our wide receivers against anybody down the field, and we certainly did that in the first half. And that was encouraging to see, but I think Donnie broke out and started calling his own plays in the second half. But regardless, it was a great win by the Pirates. It was great to see them attempt downfield several times. We saw the results of that. I just hope that they don't go away from what ECU is known for. It's been called wide receiver U. It's called wide receiver U for a reason, because we have the horses on the outside. I certainly hope the best for Najee. I hope he gets well soon, and I hope Keaton can be back next week. I like what we saw from Gunn. I think can be an option as well, but let ECU do what ECU does, and that is go downfield and go get it. And we're certainly excited to see it, excited for next week. I am not as concerned about Tulane. Again, it all depends on the play calling, but if we continue with what we did today, I'm looking forward to Tulane, and I'm hoping for the best. I'll hang up, listen to you guys, and I appreciate it.
All right, Mike. Interesting theory there on the offensive play caller today. We kind of had this chat during the game that, Mike says he wants to utilize the weapons, keep on throwing, do what's working. And Mike Houston likes a run the ball, smash mouth football type of game. He also likes winning. Right. And if winning means to throw it more than you run it, hopefully we keep seeing that, right? And
That is an amazing point. That is the point that everybody look. I don't care what you want to do. What ultimately what you want to do is win.
What's working?
What's working?
Yeah.
What works? What wins football games? And you know what? So many callers have called in and said we're not a Big Ten football program, and we're not. Never have been. Not since I've been here.
Yeah.
Steve Logan loved to throw the football. And Steve would always say, you know what? I don't care if we have 10 drives of one play for 80 yards and a touchdown. I'll take it every time. We don't care about long, sustained drives. We don't care about winning the time of possession. We don't care about clock management. All we care about is scoring touchdowns, score the ball. And that's what successful coaches at East Carolina have been able to do, is run up and down the field.
317-1250. Nathan is up next in Grantham. Hey, Nathan. Nathan is Grantham. Let's go to Isaac in Greenville. Hey, Isaac. All
I
right.
have my mute on. I have my mute on.
There you go.
Point three from last week. We didn't hit the tight ends enough last week. This week we definitely did. So I like that. I like the play calling that, getting them running and going. Next, the yardage, like the offensive yardage today, that was great. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I mean, with C.J. Johnson tying American record and school record for most touchdown receptions in a game is pretty great. That's that Conley connection. Next, my Gunn running the ball today. I like to see him. That was great. I hope that Keaton and Rajay are ready to go for next week because we got a big game against Tulane. But I love seeing Michael Gunn. All right, Michael?
Marlon.
Sorry.
The Marlon Gunn.
Marlon. Sorry. Yeah. It's been a long day. And so more on the game for next week. We got to play first half like we did today. That's the only way we're going to get an upper edge on Tulane. Because I know, like, from what I've been watching the past 4 years at the games, we've been a second half team. So I think if we flip it, do like we did today, we'll have that upper edge on Tulane next week, and we'll be able to pull off a win. 2 road wins in a row is my projection and my hope.
All right, Isaac. Let's get him.
Yeah, that'd be great to get 2 road wins, come back for homecoming. And Isaac, you were asking, you said you didn't know exactly how many total yards, 573 total yards of offense for East Carolina today. And Clip, guess how many rushing yards there were for East Carolina today?
Under 100.
109. So
yeah,
right around.
Got there. Okay.
Yeah, got to the 100 yards. But that just goes to show you don't have to pound the ball. I mean, and the thing is 109 yards rushing doesn't sound like a lot, but when you watch the game, you thought they ran effectively, right? When they ran the football with Gunn, with Rajay Harris, they had some nice breakout runs. They had some very effective runs. So it didn't seem like they weren't running the football. The numbers
even Ehlers didn't have a lot of yards. I don't even think he cracked 10.
No, I think it's 7.
Like he had a couple of productive
9
runs
yards maybe
in the game.
Yeah. Let me see.
All right, so no, he had less than 10, which the sack will take away.
Right. Yeah.
But again, look, let's throw it, man. We were throwing the ball. Let's keep throwing the football.
Yeah, they've got Holton Ahlers 4 rushing attempts for 9 yards. His longest was 7 yards.
All right, Wake Forest kicks a field goal. They go up 10 with 2:55 left, so Florida State's going to have to score and then score again quickly. We'll keep you up to date on that and more on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. We'll take a timeout right now. Chandler, okay.
The buck.
Good job, folks. 317-1250, jump in now, and you move to the front of the line. We're back with more on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now rising rates? It's a lot. This is Timothy Sawyer, your local Rocket Mortgage professional right here in Greenville, North Carolina. With Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within the first 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a lower rate with exclusive savings. Take the Rocket advantage of calling me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned, today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, Arkansas tried to make a game of it, but right now they are trailing Alabama 42-26 with 7.5 minutes to go in that game. Kansas holding on to a 14-11 lead over Iowa State with less than 30 seconds to go in that game. Penn State beats Northwestern 17-7. Oklahoma State survives Baylor 36-25. Ohio State beating up on Rutgers 49-10. North Carolina gets a win over Virginia Tech 41-10. It's Wake Forest 31, Florida State 21. Texas A&M is trailing Mississippi State 28-17 with about 7 minutes to go in that game. And Syracuse beating up on Wagner 55-0 in the third quarter. That is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. And they are open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night along with football. You can follow The Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule. And we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number on the Pitt Electric Live line. Florida State has it, 1:40 left to go, desperately trying to get a score here against Wake Forest, but they are down 10 right now. Demon Deacons trying to hang on in Tallahassee. We're watching that one on our TV, and we'll find another game after this week. We got some baseball. I do want to watch Clemson, NC State.
Oh, I do too.
See what happens at Death Valley.
Yep.
All right, we got some open lines if you want to jump in. Kevin is up in Wilmington. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Clay, how are you?
Good, man.
All right, so I want to talk about something, but then I heard the commercial talking about hot dogs, and I feel like this team this year is reminding me a lot of hot dogs. Like, always, like, they taste good, like, things seem good, but a lot of times you leave, you either become saturated, feel good, or you you got that heartburn, just don't feel good. It was kind of weird us having to play an away game at kind of neutral site, but not neutral because nobody was there. Do you think that we can keep this momentum going? Because I feel like if we'd have played in Tampa without the hurricane and stuff, that Donnie and the offense wouldn't have been able to move the ball they've been moving it like they did today. It would have been more like against Navy. I just kind of want to get how you feel if we think we keep this momentum going, or if this is just kind of a flash in the pan, like one of them good hot dogs.
I feel like it's kind of like eating a hot dog. Like you eat the first half of it, and, should I keep going with the rest of this, or should I mix it up, put it back on the plate, maybe try one of the side dishes? But I always go and eat the rest of the hot dog. I think this team right now, Kevin, is thinking the same thing. They've got a Joey Chestnut mentality. They're going to keep eating the hot dogs, keep eating the hot dogs. They're going to keep on eating those hot dogs, and sooner or later we're going to look up, we're in a hot dog damn bowl game, Kevin.
Let me tell you, man, last week's hot dog didn't have nothing on it.
Yeah, that was a plain hot dog.
It was a plain
Bread
hot dog. This week's hot dog was like the one I had at Wrigley Field. It's called a Wrigley dog, and it's got sweet relish on it. It's got mustard on it. It's got ketchup on it, and it's even got a pickle on it. Now, when you're running the ball and you're throwing the ball and you got pickles on it,
no.
Come on now.
Pickles that's like a trick play. No. I want mustard and ketchup and chili.
Well, what about the sweet relish?
Again, that's kind of like a flea flicker.
No, that's not. That's a traditional Chicago dog.
Well, we're not playing.
But the sweet relish is like what we do here at East Carolina. We throw the football down the field, and we let our talented receivers go up and get the ball. That's the sweet relish.
Kevin, how do you feel about?
I had sweet relish today on my dog.
How do you feel about cocktail weenies, Kevin?
Oh, man. Especially when you make them with that there, some grape jelly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How about, what do you guys think about piggies in a blanket? That's
Oh, yeah. And you dip them in some barbecue sauce. Or even put some ranch on it.
Put a little ranch on it, Kevin.
Put some ranch on it.
Woo! Woo! Now, you boys, let's just hope that Donnie doesn't go burn these hot dogs, because we've seen the good now. We've seen the good now. I don't want to go back to the bad.
That's right. I want to see them dogs plump when you cook them.
Don't burn them dogs, Donnie.
Don't. All right. Don't burn them.
He's got a little doggy, too. We don't need him out there, a little dog and pony show.
All right, Kevin, I think this has run its course. Thank you. That was good for a while there. All right, there's Kevin in Wilmington. Wanted to talk about hot dogs tonight. 317-1250. We go to Mitchell in Winston-Salem. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, gentlemen, I have no complaints, zero complaints at all. I'll take a 20-point conference victory on the road anytime. Holton looked like an All-American. CJ looked like an All-American. Donnie looked like an All-American calling those plays. That was very encouraging. It just kind of makes you scratch your head and wonder where that was last week. I guess Navy's better than we thought they were. They took a good Air Force team down to the wire, so maybe that takes a little bit of the sting out of last week. But, who would have thought a year or two ago that one of the biggest games that we'd play in a long time would be against Tulane? Because this is a monster game coming up. Because since Tulane, beat Houston, that's one team that we needed to lose big time for us to get back in this thing. Was we need Houston to lose, and we need UCF to lose. And then we need to control our own destiny. So, we need to go down to Tulane and play like we played in the first half today. Now, I'm a little bit concerned that I know Mike Houston is a nice guy and he doesn't want to run up the score, but we should have not played as conservatively as we did in the second half today. And, this is the third game that we've had the ball within the 10 or 15-yard line with a minute or two to go where we just said we're not going to score. No other team gives us that nicety. We're the only ones that do that, So I hope he doesn't do that if we have a chance against Cincinnati, thinking about what they did to us 2 years ago. We need to score as often as much as we can. But I was very encouraged today. I thought everything looked good. A little bit concerned that Owen is still missing extra points, but at least it didn't hurt us today.
All right, Mitchell. Appreciate your thoughts, man. Good to hear from you. First time this season we've heard from you.
Yeah. I have not been near my phone when the game is over, because a couple times I've had to watch the recording, and then a couple times I was at the game, and
I got you.
Good reception around the stadium.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. Talk to you later.
All right, there's Mitchell in Winston-Salem.
Hey, it's something we didn't touch on. A couple people have said something about, Owen Daffer's missed extra point, which obviously didn't hurt us. But in the special teams department, was nice to see a 61-yard punt return that almost turned into a Fleming touchdown, which would have been awesome. But even aside from that, it was a great run.
And what a move to get out of traffic. And then he gets down the sideline, and he's pointing out blockers, and his blockers turned around looking at him, and he has to push his blocker. You remember Clinton Portis? He used to put his hand on Mike Seller's jersey and kind of just ride him,
yep.
ride him for 10, 20 yards.
Hey.
Fleming pushed his blocker into a guy. All right, man, come on, let's go. Let's get out of the way.
He even got a face mask penalty on that one as well, because I saw that when it happened. And I think that was the punter that was reaching out trying to get him to get some kind of hand on him and grabbed his face mask. So great kick return.
317-1250. We have open lines if you want to jump in. We got a lot more to go on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Wait for it.
It's a final.
They go to Tallahassee and knock off the Seminoles today, 31-21. More scores coming up on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard as well when we return after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hi, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Are you ready for fall? Because we are with our fall savings event. Also, are you tired of other dealers marking up their vehicle over MSRP? Don't worry, because at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we don't do that. Come work with the best salesman in Beaufort County, Stephen Tyson, voted by Washington Daily News. Have the pleasure of working with the best sales staff in Eastern North Carolina during our fall savings event. We have a vehicle for every need. Come check out the all-new designed Jeep Grand Cherokee and more. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. As we take your calls, you can jump in now if you'd like to. We have open lines, and we have Nathan joining us on the show, and Graham. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing good. How are you doing tonight?
So I just got married, missed the game. I'm calling for an update.
Update.
Pirates won by
Pirates
20.
win 48-28, Nathan. So when you say you just got married, you got married today?
My fiance is scheduled on a Pirate game day. It might be a divorce going forward, but,
Tough start to the wedding, or to the marriage there.
Rough start to the marriage.
Yeah.
Start.
Wow. So are you at your reception right now?
Yeah. How'd Holton do today?
Holton, how did he do today? I'll pull up the numbers because you're not going to believe them, Nathan. Yeah. Holton Ahlers on the day on the UB stat sheet. 31 of 41, 465 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Damn, that's my boy. That's my boy Holton. Yes.
All right.
God.
No interceptions. That's the best stat.
Yes, that is the best part. Thank you guys for everything. Love you guys.
All right.
Hope you all have a great night.
We love you too. Have a good honeymoon. Have a good wedding night.
Hey, where are you honeymooning? I heard there's this place called the Mouth of the Rat. That's really nice.
Jamaica. We're going to Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Jamaica.
Sounds even better.
Yeah, well, it's not Greenville, but it's it's something, right?
We got the wedding music in the background for Nathan and his lovely bride.
Love you guys.
All right.
Have a great night.
See you, Nathan.
Go Pirates.
Nathan's emotional. He's telling us he loves us.
I know, right?
I like it. All right. Well done.
He's already hit the sauce.
What's the score? How'd Holton do?
That's my boy.
All right. What a wedding day. Spending it with his friends here at Pirate Radio.
Get my boy Blue.
How special. How special.
Yeah.
All right, Weave, let's get the Brown and Wood drive of the game. Brought to you by Brown and Wood. Serving the Pirate Nation, Eastern North Carolina, since 1937. Brown and Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville. Brown and Wood on Greenville Boulevard and online, brownandwoodauto.com. We have a lot to choose from, but I kind of took the wheel here because I got a text earlier from former ECU tight end Bryce Williams, and guess what? He was texting me about the tight end play. He said, boy, Ryan bulldozing them boys out there. That was on the Ryan Jones touchdown. He said, number 80, balling too. See what happens when you use your tight ends? So, Bryce, and that was a tight end drive.
Yes.
That ended with a Ryan Jones touchdown and a good, how many plays, how many yards?
7 plays, 71 yards. Time of possession, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And what I had said to you is Pirates scored often, and they scored quickly. The longest drive today was 5 minutes and 27 seconds. So, you know what? I was going to say that. That's not a good word to use. Forget that time of possession. I'm just going to say it. Screw time of possession. Give me touchdowns.
You can say that.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to say that and get,
Let's score, baby.
Right.
Let's put points on the board.
I don't care about time of possession.
Nathan's getting married. Let's give him something to celebrate.
Let's do it.
You know what? Put some damn ranch on that hot dog. And let's score.
Stan said, no, don't put ranch on the hot dog. Put Catalina on the hot dog.
Catalina on the hot dog.
I love some Catalina. Chandler, you going to talk?
Nah. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun.
Yeah, like you wanted to talk.
I know.
I thought y'all were talking about something else, and never mind.
No, we can go in that direction.
I thought, all right, so you said,
ECU football.
No, you said something about scoring touchdowns, and I was going to say, well, never mind.
Are you all right?
No. Hell no.
Did you get some bad ranch?
Hell no. I am not all right.
What kind of hot dogs you been eating, boy?
Catalina hot dogs.
Oh, Lord.
We go to B. Pays next in Raleigh. What's up, Pays?
Speaking of hot dog. Pays.
Just out here grilling chicken wings.
All right. Sounds good.
You know. But, I mean, you've had my grilled chicken wings before. You've had my, you've ate.
I've nibbled on your wings before.
Hey, Pays.
Better nibbling on his hot dog.
Pays, any gummies and pound cake tonight?
Yeah, I know no gummies in the pound cake tonight, but I went for some Crips at my Italian sausage before, but now we're going to have to hit pause, and I'll say that. So, Crips at my...
All right, we need to get on football real fast. So, what you got about the game?
Today, I thought I hate to see that they came back a little bit in the second half, but listen, I'll say this. I've been on DK for a minute. I like the way he called the first half today. I think he came out aggressive, which is good. I think, coming across the middle with the tight ends, I would have loved to see him against Navy. Tulane's going to be so when we talk against Tulane, is that quarterback going to be back for sure?
They said last night they thought Michael Pratt would be back, but does it really matter? I mean, all three of their quarterbacks look pretty darn good. So
I know.
But I think Pratt's going to be back.
I just loved Dana last night screaming at the crowd. That was just beautiful.
It
was just beautiful. I've always said, even when my dad's a West Virginia alumni, I told my dad when he was a West Virginia, he's the most overrated coach. He always has been. The year he had a good year at West Virginia, he inherited a staff. He inherited some players. Not done anything yet, but good win. We need Tulane and we need Memphis. Memphis came back today. Homecoming's in 2 weeks. We need all the Pirates back in the stadium. Y'all have a good night, y'all.
See you, Pace. All right, buddy. There's B. Pace calling in. Dana Holgerson, the fans were booing him at the end of regulation, and he was all gesturing to him, telling him to screw off. And it was a Dana mess there in Houston. Stuff. All right, we go next to another longtime fifth quarter caller, Owen in Tampa. Owen, what's up, man?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Did you have plans to make this one, Owen, if they didn't move it?
Dude, I was on the row A, 50-yard line, man, right behind the Pirate bench.
Man.
So, Owen, I did want to ask you how, on a serious note, how did you fare down there? I know a lot of stuff, some of the pictures that we've seen in video and stuff that have come out of the state of Florida have been nothing short of amazing, and I don't mean that in a good way, just some of the devastation down there. How did you fare? Are you all right? Everything good with you and the family?
Yeah, Tampa was fine. They had that projection where it was going to come to Tampa, but those guys are always wrong. So Fort Myers got smoked bad, though. They're underwater.
Yeah.
So, but Tampa's fine.
Well, that's good to hear. So what did you think about the game tonight?
Obviously, never going to complain about a win, especially the way the offense looked. They looked fantastic. We did what we were supposed to do that we didn't do last week, which was beat a horrible team. And USF are absolutely putrid.
You're down there. How much, is Scott done this year, Owen? I mean, not that South Florida probably gets a ton of coverage in Tampa, but, this is it's pretty ugly down there, right?
Man, if that guy drove for DoorDash, nobody would know who he was.
Hey, that's my man Jeff. He delivers my food. They'd know him more if he was right? DoorDash. Yeah,
he delivers my hot dogs.
Beat a bad team and a sad team today. Yeah.
You bring up a good point, though, because I do get, messages and questions from people, up there in Greenville, and they're like, why does nobody care about USF? And I'm like, this isn't Greenville. It's a big city. There's a million things to do here, and it's a pro sports town, and nobody's going to – do you want to go watch USF or do you want to go watch Tom Brady?
Yeah. Pretty easy decision there.
Yeah, and Tampa's got the New York Yankees down there for spring training. I can remember going down there and seeing those guys play, and it's a pro town. They love their pro sports down there, and the South Florida and those college teams have never really gotten any kind of coverage in the Tampa area.
No, not really. You have the Lightning here who are competing for a Stanley Cup every year. Even the Rays are good, even though Jeff Scott could play for them and you wouldn't know it. So it's just a pro sports town, and nobody's going to go see USF. I love them because I get the chance to go see the Pirates for football, baseball, and basketball every year. But, it's just the way it is. This is a big city. It's not a college town.
What do you think of the passing attack tonight, Owen? Looked good to see the Pirates open it up tonight.
Yeah, I understand the concept of running the ball, what Mike Houston wants to do, but I like it when we throw it all over the place 50 or 60 times, but that's just a personal preference. But as long as we win games, I really don't care how we do it. But, anyway, did you see the new basketball uniforms, Clip?
I did. I like them. What do you think?
Those things are fire, man.
Yeah. I don't know if Mike Schwartz said he hopes that we play as well as we think we look. It could be some growing pains year for the Pirates, but they're going to look good on the court, I think.
Yeah, but there's definitely going to be growing pains. But I like what Schwartz is doing. He just signed that the 4-star kid he just got.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Vick. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least we look like we're trying to do something. I'm pretty excited about that. I know I'm going to go to the game when they come down here. I always go. So.
And it's always a thriller when USF and ECU meet on the basketball court, Owen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to predict 48-44. I don't know who's going to win, but that's going to be the score.
Yeah, well, but you guys try and take care, man. I'm going to get back to eating some food.
All right, buddy. There is Owen in Tampa calling in. That was a very calm call for Owen.
Yeah.
But after a 48-28 win.
Like, don't care how you win. He likes, he's like a lot of fans, especially a lot of East Carolina fans. We like to see the ball thrown around the yard. I mean, that's the thing. And, you can't force the run. I think you take the run when it comes at East Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's what's been successful.
I just had Skip on the brain, so I wanted to bring up a tweet that I received from Colby. It said, we won the Skip Holtz Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go. We get a statue of Skip, a trophy to carry for a year.
Oh,
Not interested? All right, fine.
I don't know. Skip just never struck me as the statuesque type.
I want a statue of him doing the Go Bulls, after he got hired.
Yeah.
All right, 317-1250, open lines if you want to jump in. We got a few more calls for your call. Chandler, what do you got?
You might have mentioned this earlier on your Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
The Buck.
But get your Kansas shorts out, Clip, because the Jayhawks are 5-0.
5-0.
Iowa State lines up for a field goal and missed it. 14-11 is the final. Kansas moves to 5-0.
14-11.
What a score! You know who else is 5-0? It's basketball season, baby. Kansas 5-0. UCLA is 5-0. Blue blood basketball, football. Baby.
All right, and we just had our first pitch of the night between the Mets and the Braves down in hot Atlanta.
Winner moves into
first place in the National League East.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. More of your calls. We're back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Lang with Carolina Hardscapes, and we're excited to announce that we're Eastern North Carolina's premier fiberglass pool installation company. We've partnered with industry-leading San Juan Pools so that we can build the backyard of your dreams. Whether it's an outdoor fireplace, patio, outdoor kitchen, or now a pool, give us a call at 364-1201 or find us on the web at CarolinaHardscapesandMulch.com so we can make your backyard the place to be. Go Pirates!
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built-in broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates. Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, we're hanging out. Billy Weaver is on one on this Saturday evening. Good to see you, Weave.
Good to see you.
Back in the wild.
Thank you.
Yes,
Back in
sir.
the wild. I'm just disappointed in myself that I didn't wear my Mets hat today. I feel like I'm not representing my team well.
Braves, Mets, just getting underway. Mets runner on first, nobody out. Pete Alonso up. Talking Pirate football here. 48-28 win over South Florida. Taking your calls, 317-1250 on the Pitt Electric Live line. And we have a Michael in Richmond, and I believe, Shirley, is this Michael Winstead, father of Isaiah Winstead, who joins us every Monday on the show. Michael, thanks for calling in. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
We're doing good. Thank you.
That's good. I just wanted to call in and give my condolences to CJ because I heard he had like some death or something in his family, and he did an excellent job today. So it took away from all the stuff that was probably going on in his life. But he did a really good job.
And we heard about that on the pregame, and I haven't brought it up much because I don't know many details and what to speak on and what not to speak on. But I do know he was playing with a heavy heart today. I saw the ECU football account on Twitter posted the postgame locker room celebration, and Mike Houston's got his arm around CJ, and they're both kind of fighting back tears there. And to have 4 touchdowns in a game like this, playing with all that emotion, that was very impressive, Michael. And as you know, it takes your teammates to lift you up in the situation too. So I'm sure his brothers had his back all week and certainly today.
Yeah, and you could tell it was a very emotional first touchdown catch for CJ. When he got into the end zone, he got to the back of the end zone, he went down on his knees. My daughter knows CJ well because she went to D.H. Conley. She was there the same time CJ was there. CJ actually lived in the neighborhood next to ours. So she was very emotional after that first touchdown too. So it was an emotional day for CJ, and you couldn't have asked for a better way to kind of pay tribute to a loved one who's been lost than to have a game like that.
Yeah, but I think in the second quarter we kind of let up off the gas, and we should have just kept the gas on him.
Yeah, I mean, you throw up 41 at halftime. Yeah, keep it going. They end the game with 48. So,
that's human nature sometimes to kind of take your foot off the gas. But like I had mentioned earlier, kudos to that defensive unit, and especially to the defensive coaches, not just Blake Harrell, the defensive coordinator, but all the defensive staff members to kind of get that defensive staff, those defensive players refocused after that, because there's a lot of times where defenses won't bounce back that quickly, and they did. They come up with a big defensive stand there down on the goal line and kind of put the game away. So that was nice to see that they didn't let that become a hindrance in the game and get it any closer than South Florida did.
Okay, well, appreciate talking to y'all.
Michael, we really have enjoyed our time with Isaiah. He is such a quiet, humble young man. We get him to open up, laugh with us a little bit on Mondays, and we enjoy that. I saw Stan on Twitter said, can't wait to hear Isaiah on the show Monday. So humble and just does his job. And you raised a good kid, it seems. So we've enjoyed talking to him on Mondays, man.
Yeah, I hope y'all give him a little bit of hard questions because right now, he don't do a whole lot of talking.
Yeah, all right. We'll come up with some good stuff for Monday. We got you.
And we'll say that they've come from you too, so that we don't get flack.
Yeah. Hey, DM me some good questions.
Yeah, there you go.
How about that? All right, Michael. Thanks, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. There's Michael Winstead checking in, father of Isaiah, and he knows how quiet his son is, but I've really enjoyed getting to know him and the rest of the Pirate players. Going to be a fun Monday edition of the Players Lounge. And look, Rajay is positive, and man, we're hoping he's doing all right with his injury, but he's positive even after a loss. I know he's going to be excited to talk with us on Monday. We'll catch up with Jeremy Holton, Ryan Jones after a big performance tonight. Xavier Smith always has a smile on his face. Miles Berry. So, man, I love talking to these guys on any Monday, but after a win makes it even sweeter. So, looking forward to that coming up Monday. What are you watching?
I'm watching the Mets. The Mets just struck out, but the Mets have runners on first and second with one out in the top of the first inning.
And we might be flipping over to Clemson, NC State.
That's fine. If we, I was saying that if we really had our, together, that we'd have more than one TV.
Well, talk to the people that make those decisions, not me. I don't know why you're talking to me.
Clip, you're the face of this radio station. You are the, I don't know if you know that or not. Well, you are the face of this.
Some people have faces that get them further in life. I don't have one of those faces, and I don't think my face is going to make a new TV put on the wall.
Come on, man.
So, all right, let's take a break. We'll come back. 317-1250. What, Billy?
You can't even get a picture-in-picture thing going on? Do they even do that anymore?
I don't know, Boomer. This ain't your Magnavox 40-inch.
I had picture-in-picture in the 80s.
I know.
We can't get that in 2022?
We got phones and computers we can pull something up.
Jeez. All right,
Billy, go get...
By the way,
Go get some Parkers. You're getting angry.
No, I'm angry because I didn't get any banana pudding.
Oh, there we go.
Now if you want to get to the root of it.
Now we get to the root of the problem. All right, 317-1250. Call in to Rude Clip and Angry Billy on the fifth quarter.
Oh, yes.
Boy.
Basic.
He's scared. He's scared to test the arm. We'll take a time out. We'll be back after this.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Love is never having to say you're sorry for your internet. Because with MetroNet, you get fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds you'll love with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch to MetroNet today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
317-1250, a victorious edition of the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Pirates over South Florida tonight. Clip Brock, Billy Weaver. Weave, the Mets fan, happy that his Mets got a run in the first. Kyle Wright trying to limit the damage, 2 outs, and the big fella, Ron Vogelbach, up for the Metropolitans.
Yeah, but he's down in the count. 1-2. Come on, big man.
1-2. Oh,
Ooh,
no, he
alive.
fouled it off the catcher's nards. Well, Darno looks okay. He gives the thumbs up. He's okay. All right.
I'm good.
Stephen Igo, Mariners fan, is happy, Billy, for the first time in 21 years.
Did you hear the call on that?
We heard it. We played it a couple times on the pregame show.
Great call.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Stephen Igo joining us on the Pit Electric Live line. Igo, how you doing, man?
Doing good, guys. Doing good. It's kind of weird not covering a game in person for the first time, I believe, since the COVID year. But either way, it's also kind of nice to just watch the game on TV when it was broadcast, by the way.
We didn't even mention that. A late start for ESPN Plus today, but finally got it going. And Igo, as much as you like being there, covering the game, avoiding the flight home and all of that nonsense probably feels good, right?
Yep, avoiding the flight home, and then also for a road game, as Billy knows, having to find the, where the road press conference is and kind of, going through the bowels of the stadium to find that stuff can be challenging sometimes, and you can be up against it, especially for a night game. But, yeah, not going to complain, especially with an ECU victory. It makes it much easier to cover, even though, judging by some people's reaction, it almost seems like they lost, even though they won by 20.
Well, yeah, and it would have been so hard getting down from the press box, going through that hordes of fans and everybody that were, 50 to 60,000 people that, wait a minute.
Yeah. Many people wrong game.
Wrong game. My bad.
All right, I'm a homeboy. Let me ask you, Road Warriors, your favorite away venues you've covered games at, starting with you, William Weaver.
Now, see, that's a hard question because I have favorite venues, but not necessarily favorite atmospheres, if that makes sense. Like Raymond James Stadium, when we went down there, East Carolina played. Great venue, no atmosphere.
Sure.
So as far as venues, I really like Raymond James. That's one of my favorites.
How about you?
And that's because of the pirate ship, too. I think it has a lot to do with it.
How about you, Igo?
Yeah, I really like Raymond James and also Lincoln Financial Field. Same type of deal, like just an NFL stadium, even though there's 14 people in a 70,000-seat stadium. It's kind of weird. But, one that jumps to mind as far as a cool venue is SMU Stadium. Their campus is extremely pretty. It's just awesome to kind of take that in. Again, not a great atmosphere. As far as atmosphere, nothing beats, to me, Virginia Tech. Being there a couple times, being there in 2014, that place gets extremely loud.
Igo, we got a lot of running back news out of this game. So on the pregame, we talked about Keaton Mitchell practicing this week, making the trip. ECU's got him featured in their pictures on social media coming off the plane and everything. So we think he's a go. And then he doesn't play. We get Rajay Harris. We get a lot of Marlon Gunn. We've gotten a lot of calls about Marlon Gunn and a bit of breaking out party for him tonight. But how about Rajay? Have you heard anything? I know you're not there, so you're here. But have you heard anything from anyone about Rajay's injury?
No, I mean, that'll be something that they'll have to go back and look at and obviously take a further evaluation. I'll probably check in with some sources in the next 24 hours. But, he did twist up his knee last week against Navy, and I haven't gone back to look and see if it's the same knee, but I noticed when I was out of practice on Wednesday, he was practicing, but he had a brace on one of his knees. And I just hope – I guess that you do hope that he kind of just re-aggravated that and didn't make it worse. It did look like he was able to walk off under his own power, but he was definitely doing it gingerly. So I mean, we've talked about it, guys. Like last year, ECU was very fortunate to get through a season with those two guys healthy, and you need 3 to 4, even 5 backs to get through a season. The good news is you got Marlon Gunn, and if Rajay misses some time and Keaton needs another week, I mean, if Camaro Edmonds is your 4th stringer, that's not a bad thing either. So they'll have to bring Camaro along just in case these things linger.
Yeah, what have you heard about him in practice and stuff? Obviously, you're a lot closer to the program now than I am. As far as practicing, what do the coaches think about Camaro? Is he that type of back that can step in a situation like that and give some productive yardage?
I think the biggest thing with him is just learning the offense and consistency. There's no doubt he's got the talent. And the most promising thing for me is he showed up in excellent shape. You know, coming out of Havelock as a 4-star kid, he went to UNC. And he went during the COVID year, and he just didn't arrive in good shape. And he showed the ECU in great shape. So now it's more about, hey, can he learn the offense? Can he get the consistency down? And sometimes, too, that's a struggle for a young player who's been a high school star, kind of taking that backup role. But when you realize, hey, I might be second in line going into Tulane, you start to have that shift in focus in practice. You start to put in some extra time in the film room, and maybe that's the wake-up call he needs, because there's no doubt he's got the talent. It's just a matter of, you know, how comfortable can he get within the offense. You saw Marlon Gunn today. He had some awesome blocks in pass pro, which are very difficult for young backs, and that's something Camaro is going to have to do if he wants to see the field.
Stephen Igo, Hoist the Colors, joining us, and once again on the Orthopedics East Injury Report, a lot of running back talk tonight. I guess, Igo, as far as we know, should we consider Keaton Mitchell like day-to-day? Because, again, we thought he might give it a go today. He was held out, and hopefully nothing serious. Maybe we see him back next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hip pointer from everything I've heard. You know, he took that awkward spill last week, and so that's one of those deals where basically it's just a pain tolerance thing, and if your game is speed and it hurts to run, you're not going to do much good just getting out there and taking hits on it, and it's not going to get any better if you're getting hit. So, you know, this week in practice, he was non-contact, and for him to basically make it through a whole week without any contact to the hip, you would imagine that would do a lot of good. I think he'll have obviously a better chance of playing next week. You just wonder if they really want to rush him back or even think about rushing him back. Now, if Rajay's out too, that does give you some concern. But, you know, if he traveled and dressed, at least for warm-ups this week, I'm sure he'll do the same next week. I guess it's just a matter of how good he feels.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that it was a situation where he was going to be a decision depending on how the game went. And if they were able to keep him on the sidelines, be productive with Gunn in there, and, of course, with Rajay, you know, with that tandem running back in the backfield. And maybe they, you know, kind of thought, hey, we know we're going to go to more of a passing game in this situation. Let's see if we can keep Keaton Mitchell on the sidelines. Dress him out. If we need him, then we can put him on the field. But if not, let's give him that extra time to kind of recuperate, let that hip pointer kind of heal up a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking may have happened. Not sure, but it'll be interesting to hear from the coaches about that situation coming up this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And I'm sure they brought him on the road, you know, to see if he could go, and also to make USF have to account for him when he's out there warming up pregame. But two, I mean, if he was in such bad shape where he couldn't run, he wouldn't be out there. He wouldn't be practicing. So he's got to be really close. And like you said, you know, I don't know if maybe if they're down, you know, 24-7 at halftime versus up 41-7, maybe they go into the locker room and say, hey, we need you to play, Keaton. And I'm sure he would do it if he had to. But, you know, getting up big, having Rajay, having Marlon Gunn, I guess it affords you the luxury of playing it that way.
Igo, did you dust off the Twitter draft about the punt return? I know you've been waiting to tweet out East Carolina's first punt return since, 05? We almost had it today.
Travis Williams in 2004 against Memphis.
Has it been that long?
04. Okay, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Dwayne Harris got close a number of times. Tyler Snead got close, and Harris took a kickback, but he never took a punt back. And so, yeah, it's 18 years, guys, and we almost saw history. We saw the Mariners' postseason drought in tonight. I thought we were going to see the punt in today. Really, when Malik Fleming pointed, that signature point during a big return, I thought that was it.
The problem was after he pointed, the guy his blocker turned around and looked at him like, huh? So he had to push that guy out of the way. His blockers got in his way. But, man, that was a heck of a return. That was a great return by Malik Fleming. I go record-setting day for C.J. Johnson, Holton Ahlers, this passing game. It was awesome to see them clicking, and you just hope this is a sign of things to come, that Donnie Kirkpatrick, the coaches said the run game isn't working like we want it to. Let's give the ball to Holton. Let's use these weapons we got, and it was a beautiful sight there in the first half today.
Yeah, it really was, and I haven't gone back and charted it yet, but clearly a lot of people, made an emphasis about the first down runs last week, and I didn't think it was, the balance was egregious. I just think it was productivity. They weren't productive on first down run attempts, and really they didn't even attempt that many early throughout this game. They did early on the first drive. We couldn't see. They ran it twice to begin the game on first down, and then kind of had to throw themselves out of second and long, third and long. But then as the game went on, once it became clear South Florida was just stacking the box, they just threw it a ton. I think 41 throws compared to 30 runs, and there were even more dropbacks than that. So, I mean, that's the thing is, it's to the point now, even without Keaton Mitchell, Jalen Johnson left the game in the first quarter, didn't return. Without two of your better weapons, you still put up 575 yards of offense. And South Florida is not great defensively, but it just kind of goes to show when this offense is clicking and has a good game plan, we see their potential.
And it just goes to show that when you get your playmakers out in space and allow them the chance to make a guy miss and make something happen after the catch is just priceless, in my opinion.
And we saw today, it's always funny, people will be like, well, maybe the coaches listen to the call-in show, because we saw screens today, we saw throws to the running backs, we saw pitches to tight ends. I mean, we definitely saw a creative game plan, and a lot of that too. Navy played a ton of coverage where they were trying to prevent the big play, and in this one, USF's kind of in your face man coverage. So there were some different opportunities than a week ago, and ECU really took advantage of that. So
yeah,
hopefully this is the springboard to doing that more often.
Billy, I'll give you credit. I'll give the callers credit. We basically drew up the game plan for today. Yeah, and it worked out. Also, I'll
take credit for the victory.
A caller already gave you credit, Igo, as well, for the barrage we had in the pregame show to help out tonight's victory. So well done.
I told you all it was a do or die situation there. It was going to be an East Carolina victory if we got to 50 likes, and a loss if we did. I saw y'all got to 100 too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That led to the first half success.
Hit those likes, baby. Keep them rolling in. You are doing your part to help the Pirates win football games. Igo, great to hear from you, man. We'll check you out. Hoist the Colors. Of course, VIP chat coming up Monday. We'll talk to you Wednesday here on Pirate Radio Live.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, buddy. Stephen Igo, Hoist the Colors, joining us on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll take a break, come back, got more open lines if you want to jump in. Dabo and Clemson are jumping on some stupid bus. Why don't they just go to the game? Why?
It's what they do.
They literally jump in a bus and circle the stadium.
Yep.
And then get out on the other side of the stadium.
That's got to be uncomfortable. They're all in uniforms and helmets.
Yeah, and when you've got a 300-pound offensive lineman in full uniform, it's hard to get more than one of those guys
on a window seat.
Yeah. Look at that. Have you ever been to a game at Death Valley?
I have not.
In Clemson? It's an
I'm
awesome
sure it's a hell of an experience.
It is.
And
it is.
I'm tongue-in-cheek here. I like tradition.
And the Howard's Rock and running down the hill, I've seen it many times in person, and it's impressive.
The most
really
exciting 25 seconds in college football is what they call it.
Yeah, I've heard about the most exciting 25 seconds with Chandler Honeycutt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
We're back with you after this.
ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri-Supply and Equipment Plus. North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights, they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
Pirate Radio.
ECU Pirates. Can't nobody do what we do. You know.
That's right.
All right then.
Yeah! The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, Cincinnati has taken a 14-7 lead over Tulsa in the first quarter. Oh, the start of the second quarter is the end of the first, according to the score here. And Indiana is trailing Nebraska 7-0 in the first. Auburn has a 7-0 lead over LSU in the first half. UAB is trailing Rice 7-0 in the first quarter. Georgia and Missouri are underway midway through the first quarter, no score as of yet. Virginia and Duke are midway through the first, no score. And taking a look at some of the finals from earlier today, TCU walloped Oklahoma 55-24. It was Purdue upsetting 21st ranked Minnesota 20-10. Memphis beats Temple 24-3. And Kentucky failed to score. Well, they scored a touchdown, then had it called back due to a penalty, and then was strip sacked. They lose to Ole Miss by a final of 22-19. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. And they're open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night along with football. And you can follow The Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's your host, Clip Barak.
Alrighty, back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Getting close to that time, so if you want to jump in, do so now. 317-1250, the number on the Pitt Electric Live line. Clip Brock, Billy Weaver here, Chandler Honeycutt's here. What do you got, Chandler?
On the Facebook comments, former Pirate football player Terry Gallagher says, as usual, my biggest concern was if my record would hold up. CJ's first 2 catches had me worried.
Oh, yeah. He's got the longest average, I believe. Or
yeah, something like that.
Like average yards per catch. But But Terry, heck of a football player in his time, and great to hear from old Terry, who used to call in and probably still will at some point here on the fifth quarter this season.
I think he played with old touchdown Tony Collins in those days, maybe. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Terry.
Chandler, great job today, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You're fighting through it.
Yeah. Pirates win, though. Pirates.
Hey, how was your birthday weekend off last weekend, by the way?
It was good. It was great. It was blurry.
That's good. That's always good.
Yeah, but
birthdays should be blurry up to a certain age.
Happy birthday.
No, but Mom and Dad were in town. Dad's college buddies were in town.
Wait a minute, you got blurred with your mom and dad? That's even better.
Absolutely.
His mom and dad are way cooler than he is.
That's actually a fact. But no, we had a good time. Just wish the Pirates could have won, but it was great to hang out with family and friends last week.
You didn't mind that being a little blurry, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. It eased the pain.
Yeah.
Are they already
Terry
kick off?
said, yeah.
Did we miss the kickoff?
No, they rounded the stadium again for the 8th time in their bus, and then they just appeared on the field.
And then they just appeared on the field.
State and Clemson are underway in Death Valley.
I was correct. Terry did play with Tony Collins.
There you go. Well done.
There you go. Good job.
All right. Thanks to Parker's Barbecue for the post-game grub tonight. 3 locations in Greenville to serve you. They ship nationwide. ParkersBBQ.com. Next week, Billy, Tulane and East Carolina in the Big Easy. And Tulane, odd year, they went to Kansas State and won. They came back the following week, classic letdown game, lost to Southern Miss as big favorites. They then went out and won at Houston in a tough one last night in overtime. So they've done enough to say they're a good team with Willie Fritz. So it's going to be a challenge next week for the Pirates.
You know what? And it's funny because it just depends on which Tulane team shows up and which East Carolina team shows up, because we've seen kind of mirror images of these two teams to where, you've seen great things out of these teams and then you've seen some head scratchers out of these teams as well. So East Carolina just needs to go down there and do exactly what they did this afternoon and go down there and play East Carolina football. I think with the Navy thing, they played right into the hands of Navy. I think they wanted to match Navy run for run.
Physical.
They wanted to show, hey, we can run the football too. We can control the clock. You know what? Get out of that. Play East Carolina football. They played East Carolina football down in South Florida today. I think you take that same mentality down into the Big Easy, and hopefully it's as easy as it was today.
And I tweeted during the game after the score by USF that this is college football. If you watch other games, this is what happens. 60-yard touchdown, 40-yard touchdown, 80-yard touchdown. Like, these are the explosive offenses we see game to game. We don't see it as much in Pirate football because they try to control it and slow it down. And even after USF scored, I was like, well, this is entertaining. This is fun. Now let's go score again. Let's put 63 on them was my tweet. I thought we were going to do that at one point, but ended up with 48 today. But we saw more of almost what college football is in 2022 in this game than we normally do with an ECU game.
Right, and I think you mentioned it in the pregame show as well. East Carolina was holding their opponents defensively to 18, 20?
Yeah, 18.
I think 18 points a game.
Yeah.
And in this day and age in college football, if you're holding opponents to under 20 points per game, you should be winning all those games.
And if you're a good offense and you give up 28, you're going to win most of those games. It's not a terrible number either.
No, because this isn't back in the day when you scored over 20 points. That was a lot of points.
Yeah.
No, that's not the way college football is now, and especially with the talent that you have on the field, the playmakers, the innovativeness of the offensive scheme,
the rules, everything's in your favor.
Everything plays in your favor. I mean, look at when Morris got thrown out. Those rules are in place to protect the quarterbacks. They want the quarterbacks to be able to do their jobs back there. They want the quarterbacks.
They want receivers to be able to catch the ball and not have to down the field and not have to worry about a safety coming over.
Right.
So they take that as the rule.
They've taken all that out. They've given receivers much more comfortability going across the middle, because I can remember when I was a kid, nobody wanted to ever go across the middle because you were going to pay for it.
Who are Ronnie Lott?
Oh, absolutely.
Like that. Yeah.
Ronnie Lott would be kicked out of the NFL if he still played. Because
who
there's
knows
just,
if they let him play? He probably had a concussion every week from killing the dude.
This is very true.
So, I mean, it is totally different. And not saying it's like better or worse. I mean, it's better for safety. It's kind of worse for fans sometimes when it's definitely worse when they get the call wrong and Elijah Morris gets booted.
Yeah.
But even the Navy, even the rule change about blocking below the waist, you talked about.
Right. That affects Navy
defenders,
big time.
Making people more comfortable out there. That makes people more comfortable because they're not going to get their legs blown out. So everybody's playing a much more comfortable game. There's still violence, obviously, but there's not as much of that that we used to see. All right, tell you what, let's go. Last call for your calls, 317-1250. If you want to jump in, do it now. We'll have some closing thoughts. Wrapping up an East Carolina 48-28 victory over South Florida tonight. Back with more after this.
Hey, Ellerby, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats?
I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new.
First of all, you're going to love our new melts. A melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm.
Scott, tell me you got more.
Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top.
It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now.
Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
It's summer's last hurrah, and at Bostic Sugg Furniture, we're ending it in style with 3 ways to save on the most fashionable looks for your home. Save double the sales tax, plus 6 months special financing, plus 20% off accessories to complete the look. Change your mattress, change your life. Buy a mattress, get up to 48 months special financing. Plus, visit Facebook and ask about our Hot Buy store-wide. The sun may be setting on summer, but not the savings at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Miles Bear, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, 317-1250. Shirley Rhodes doing double duty. As Chandler, he's doing work. I'm not cutting on Chandler. He's doing a good job. We've all done a good job today. CJ Schaefer with all the video work he put in today. Chandler's doing the gritty, so that's something. He's excited to be.
I'm impressed that you knew exactly what that was.
Yeah, I've heard it.
I wouldn't have known that.
I've heard the name of it. I've never done it. I never will.
Kids do.
It is. It is. Billy, Pirates win today. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Optimistic. We want to see. We want to see this first half offense the rest of the year. And not even saying like it's going to work for 6 touchdowns and 600 yards, but
show me when it doesn't work.
We want to attempt to do what we did today.
Right. Because, I said this last week. I'm all about a game plan, implementing a game plan. If you don't have a game plan going into anything, be it your football game, your baseball game, any kind of sport, your business, anything, if you don't have a game plan, you're not going to be successful. But there are times you've got to stray away from that game plan when it's not working. That's what I want to see from the Pirates. Keep running this offense that they ran against USF until it doesn't work. And then if it doesn't work, run something else. So I want to see a continuation of what we saw today going into next week against Tulane.
All right, good news for some of you folks out there. ECU's back on TV next week. On the U, I believe.
Ooh.
3:30? 3:30, can I get some confirmation in Studio B?
Games.
Chandler, can I get a little confirmation?
3:30 is confirmed.
All right, thank you, sir. 11:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. And you're riding along next week.
I'll be riding shotgun.
Sounds good. You going to any road games? BYU?
No, I had thought about that early in the season because I thought that was going to shake out to be a really big game. Remember we had talked about that?
Billy's already put in his 2 weeks notice for the Michigan game.
The Michigan game.
Yeah.
Got to go to the big house.
So what am I supposed to do? Do I not do a post-game show?
I'd call in.
You can hang out with me and Shirley.
Yeah. You act like you couldn't do this show without me. That makes me feel good, Clip. It really does.
Could you do it?
Hey, you ought to see him whenever I leave on a Friday.
Quick question. Could you do the show without me?
No.
Damn it.
No. And I know exactly where you were going with that. No, I can't.
Well, I'll be here next week. Fun day today. Thanks for everybody tuning in, chiming in, getting those likes up over 100 on the pregame.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was awesome.
That was sick.
Chandler's a mess. All right.
I'm going to the Buck.
You're going to the Buck?
I'm going to the Buck, baby.
I'm thinking about going to the Buck.
Have fun at the Buck.
The Buck.
Thanks to UBE providing the stats. Brown and Wood with the drive of the game. We had the orthopedic ceased injury report. Hope Rajay Keaton and the backs are doing okay. We'll have more on that on our social media tonight, tomorrow, and also Monday on Pirate Radio Live. Thanks to Parker's for the awesome food. 3 locations in Greenville to serve you. Also the Buck Scoreboard. Thank you, folks, for making the show what it is. Great calls tonight. We appreciate it. Shirley Rhodes, fantastic job as always. Chan Man, see you Monday. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
And, folks, we'll talk to you on these microphones Monday on Pirate Radio Live. And next Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East Carolina football, exclusively on Pirate Radio, the voice of